Hey everyone, this is Lynette with Deathworkz, and this is my daughter Alyssa, and today we're showing you Infectious. If you'd like to learn how you can achieve this look for Halloween, stay tuned and watch the tutorial. Thanks! Okay, I'm going to start on my daughter Alyssa, but first I'm going to ask her to move a little closer, stand up and move closer to the camera so everybody can see the little pussy spots you have. Move this way. Little pussy spots you have. Okay, go ahead, sit back down. Okay, scoot a little closer. Edge of your seat. There you go. Okay, the first, actually I'm going to go over all of the materials with you first. The product that I used first is called Bondo. You can get this from, Friends Beauty Supply. You can order it. I believe for this 4-ounce size, it's listed as $42.95. Or the two components of Bondo, which I have, I just bought the pre-made just because it was a lot simpler. The two components of Bondo is Prozaid. You can also get this at Friends Beauty Supply, and it's listed for $25 for 8 ounces. And the other component is called Cabicil. I have that packed away with my Halloween stuff, so I'm sure you'll be seeing it come up in other videos. You mix those two together and you get this fabulous thicky white paste that dries pretty translucent depending on the application. But this is what we use to make Alyssa's little pustules here. And the way I did it, I will show you in just a second. So there's Bondo, and then I used for the red base, I used my Skin Illustrator palette. The color that I used is the Rose Adjuster. This, I believe you can get also at Friends Beauty Supply. Then what I used for the pus, you can use a Vaseline, or you could use like an aloe vera gel. Now, you need to be extremely careful with the aloe vera gel, especially around the eye area. Alyssa's pretty used to application, and she's very careful with removing her prosthetics and such. So I felt comfortable with using that on her. What I did was I put a little clear aloe vera gel in this tin here and mixed it up with some OCC lip tar. This color here is called Traffic. Let's see if I could get that on there for you. Traffic. And that's Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics, or OCC. Mix those two together and it's like a yellowy pussy kind of gel. So I put that on her, and then I followed it up with a little of my Fleet Street drying blood. I use the fresh because we want the wounds to appear as though they're oozing blood and pus. So I used the drying blood fresh. I dripped it on there with, I used a Q-tip. You want to have quite a few of these, just regular Q-tip. And what I do is I pull off the cotton to where I get like that little string. And then I kind of twirl it a bit and get it so it's like that. So you could use it as a little brush, little disposable brush. And I do it on both sides for 2 or 3 Q-tips depending on your application. Dip it inside the jar and then drip it wherever I can. And I'm, so I don't contaminate my blood, I'll flip it over and use the other side, go into the jar again and keep going. I also use this little stippling sponge. If you don't have one of these, I suggest you go get it, because it's a fantastic tool. So you can see the blood that I put on there. It just pounced on her skin to give, a little discoloration appearance to her skin. And that's, you can get, if you don't have the little one, you can typically find them in your Walmart type Halloween kits. Friends Beauty Supply also sells it. You get this huge block for $1.50. What a bargain. So now that all of the ingredients have been addressed, I'm going to start with the application on Alyssa. Also, you're going to need a little thing of water, and I'll show you why. And I also have a little one here of alcohol for the Skin Illustrator alcohol activated makeup. And the alcohol that I use, I just got at CVS. It's a 91% isopropyl alcohol. It's pretty cheap. You can get it at any drugstore, I believe. I got mine at CVS. Now we're going to go ahead and start. What I did for Alyssa was I took a little spatula I have here. You can see it's still got Bondo and goop on it. But I'm going to switch that. Took a little spatula, dip it in the Bondo, pull some out, kind of smooth this around a bit because you want to get as smooth an appearance as possible. So I dip it in there, get a little bit, and I place it on her skin. And I do that gently. Sometimes I manipulate it around with my finger. So you want to have it adhered really well. Just smooth it as best as you can. So what you're shooting for is to have pustules. And you can make it so that the skin around the pustule is a little raised. So, don't worry about making the edges completely flat because, when skin is infected, it does swell. So, it gives it a lifelike appearance. Then what I also do is I'll take a Q-tip, dip it in a little water, just to wet it, and then I'll go over the top of the Bondo to smooth it out. You don't want jaggy edges. So just smooth it out. Don't wet it too much. I don't think it's a big deal if you do, but I just don't. And there you have it, your very first pustule. I'm going to stop talking and get to adding more of these little blobs onto her. And this part will probably be sped up. Okay, now as you can see, I've added some extra pustules to Alyssa's face. This one right here, I kind of left open. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of a circle with a hole in there because I want to make it look like it was a exploded pustule. So I want to have some pus kind of coming down from it. One here, and one on the lip. So what we do at this point is we let it dry, give it some time to dry. And then the next thing we will, if you have all of these materials, I'll just let you know, the next thing we're going in with is a Skin Illustrator. So get your alcohol ready and be ready to use the Rose Adjuster. Number 2.
Shake me down. I'm fucking bulletproof.
just around the infected areas. See how lightly that comes out? Just around the inflicted areas. I just want to stipple a little bit. Make it look sick and like it's raised and inflamed. The one thing I didn't do to her that I probably would have had this been for a performance or for more realism was I would have made her face a little more pale before I started. So if you're doing this for performance and it's not necessarily going to be at night like for Halloween or whatever, because a lot of times during Halloween, if you have really dimly lit places, you don't have to add as much detail as you would as if there were more light. But if there was more light, if this was a performance, I definitely would have probably given her like a gray cast to her skin to make her look sickly. So if you stand up and get closer to the camera, this is the finished result of the, turn this way. I like that little pustule thing right there. Once it starts to drip a bit more, it's going to be great. This is our Infectious look. So thanks for watching, and if you'd like to please comment, thumbs up on YouTube, and definitely subscribe for more tutorials. If there's something that you'd like to see, just let us know and we'll try to accommodate your requests. Thanks, you guys. Bye.